Welcome to the Magic Mile 100 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, round 21 of the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season, live on NASCAR Heat 5. We have 18 cars rocking and rolling on the racetrack, and we are being led by the number 66 of Charles Jackson. The Toyota Supra looks pretty strong. He just won Stage 2. We have under 25 laps to go in this race. And as you can see, the top 4 or 5 have pretty much been able to separate themselves from the rest of the field on this restart for the final stage. And it's going to be all about conserving those tires and fuel while advancing your position from here. New Hampshire does tend to wear out the right front quite a bit, especially if you're a little bit on the tight side. I am NASCAR CEO and founder Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion Alex Tesdahl. He's out there driving the 22 Ford Mustang, and he won Stage 1. He'll be giving us information throughout the rest of these 22 laps. Strap yourselves in, grab a cold can of soda. The finish to the Magic Mile 100 is coming your way here very, very shortly. Looks like it's going to be a classic battle between Charles Jackson and Aaron Garcia. They both have the most wins this season, rather. And you're going to have to bear with me, folks. My voice is a little bit shot, and I'm feeling a little bit weird and have no energy here today. I competed yesterday in the NASCAR 8 Hours of Daytona, the third annual 8-hour endurance race hosted by NASCAR. First time we've ever went to Daytona, and it was the first time as well we've ever done it on Gran Turismo 7. The previous 2 were on Gran Turismo Sport, so I'm a little out of it here today. But still here to bring you the action. As you can see, Aaron Garcia, 5 wins this season. Points leader, looking for the lead here at New Hampshire from Charles Jackson. 7 wins this year in that 66 Toyota.
20 to go this time.
And there you hear it, 20 laps to go as they hit the stripe. Running third is Aiden Cody, number 16, Chevy Camaro, and he's looking for his first NASCAR MotorMaster Series win of the year. Trey Hollywood, number 92, was up there battling for the Stage 2 win. A lot of free wide with Aiden Cody and Charles Jackson. He's also looking for his first win of the year in MotorMaster. He runs in 4th. And it's a hornet's nest from about 5th on back. That's what you're looking at on your screen now. Dustin Hardy in the 44. He raced yesterday in the 8 Hours of Daytona. He's running in 5th in the 44. He's being pursued by the 10 of Landon Jenkins. Landon 2 wins this year. It was his first 2 NASCAR wins on a NASCAR Heat game. It was a long time coming, and he won 2 back-to-back a couple of weeks ago. He's all over the back bumper of the 44. The 78 of Dawson Brush runs in 7th. He qualified 2nd for this race, has 2 wins this year in the NASCAR Tailgate Truck Series on Tuesdays, looking for that first one here in the MotorMaster Series on Mondays. Actually, check that, folks. Look for his second one of the season here on MotorMaster Mondays. Oh, we have a crash.
Forza rounds.
And we're going to see a caution for this, that's for sure.
Yep.
I saw that happen. 44 snapped around. A couple of others had nowhere to go. That included the 78 of Dawson Brush. Heavy front end damage to the 44 and 78. Looked like the 19 of Timmy Brown got a piece of it as well. There's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. A little bit of nose damage for his car, but looks like they'll be able to repair that on pit road. Jeffrey, of course, found victory lane for the first time in the Truck Series on Tuesdays just last week. 2 weeks ago. And we have our second caution of the race for an on-track incident. And we're going to have about 15 laps to go, maybe even about 13 or 14 to go when we restart. Getting down to crunch time, bringing you live coverage of the final laps in this one. A lot of these drivers looking to win to punch their ticket into the playoffs. Some of them appear to have the speed to do it. And we're going to be led into the restart zone by the 2 winningest drivers all season long. They combined for a total of 12 wins through the first 20 races of 2023 MotorMaster Series competition. And 14 to go. We're hearing from Alex Tesdahl as they pan out 2 and 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. crash on the front straightaway. The 18 of Jordan Roughton was around and in the inside wall. We might stay green. It was a solo car incident, though I do believe he had help. I think there was contact made.
Green. The 61 got into him.
Battles all over the racetrack. It's a big opportunity for these drivers that are either just below or just above the playoff cut line to get a win and punch their ticket into the playoffs and not necessarily need to worry about some of the wild card racetracks we have coming up like Daytona. The Indianapolis Roval is going to be a true test for these drivers as well. The battle for the lead is on. Charles Jackson goes to the inside of Aaron Garcia in the 9. And he's going to clear him. This is over in turns 3 and 4. Now they're going to come over to the front straightaway and across the start-finish line. 11 laps remaining. Some of these drivers participated in the NASCAR 8 Hours of Daytona on Gran Turismo 7 just yesterday. Perhaps feeling a little bit of the fatigue here today for the MotorMaster Series events. And they're swapping the lead back and forth here, the two winningest drivers all season. They combined for 12 wins through the first 20 rounds of the season. Aaron Garcia leads this lap. We've had a lead change every lap for the last 3 laps in a row, with Aiden Cody sitting there with a front row seat for all of this, right there in the 16 car running third. He's looking for his first win of the season, and if he can score a win here today at New Hampshire, he would lock himself into the playoffs and not necessarily need to worry about points for the rest of the 5 regular season races that we have. The postseason is getting closer and closer. Just 2 weeks away. Now Charles Jackson goes to the inside of Aaron Garcia. This is over in turn 1. And if they keep battling like this, eventually Aiden's going to be able to get the 16 car alongside one of them and challenge for the lead himself. We have under 10 laps to go at New Hampshire. And the battle here. This is Trey Hollywood and Josh Colm-Diaz battling for 4th and 5th. We have Landon Jenkins in the 10, close behind them there in 6th, and a side-by-side battle with Alex Tesdall, Jeffrey Robinson Jr. for 7th and 8th. Sean Lucas runs in 9th, and Harold Burden, as of now, rounds out the top 10 with Dustin Hardy running 11th. Dawson Brush running 12th, Kenny Adair running 13th. Dave Marks Jr. 14th, the Canadian driver Annalise Seri running in 15th. Again, some of these drivers were in yesterday's 8 Hours of Daytona. It's been an interesting story for Aaron Garcia all race long. He won the pole, and usually, like typical Aaron Garcia style, we expected to see him up front and battling for the lead and for these stage wins all throughout the race, but he actually got himself in a little bit of trouble, fell back towards the back of this 18-car field, and had to work his way forward during a very short stage 2. He was able to drive all the way up and finish 2nd in stage 2 and put himself back in a position to challenge for the win in the final stage. Had a good restart here at the beginning of the final stage. Now he's been battling door to door with Charles Jackson and Aiden Cody and a few others ever since the restart here in the final stage. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 has escaped the battle for 4th with Trey Hollywood, and he actually appears to be gaining some ground on the top 3 while they get to battling here, but I don't think he's got enough time to get there. Alex, what are we looking like for laps to go?
4 to go.
4 laps remaining. Josh wants to see them get side by side a couple more times. It's going to be close. I don't really know. And now here it's going to start happening. Aaron Garcia taking a look to the inside of Charles Jackson. No contact made. They both slid up the hill just a tiny bit. Driving into the corner as hard as they can, really testing the limits to these cars. 3 laps to go. And what's Aiden Cody going to do? He's a youngster, folks. He's only 14 years of age, if I'm not mistaken. He's got wins in NASCAR. Ran with us also in the 2022 NASCAR World Championship. He kind of pinched Charles Jackson up into the outside wall a moment ago. Charles did make some contact with the wall, and now he's losing ground to the top two. And here comes Josh Colm-Diaz to challenge for third. Remember, the top three finishers at the end of the race get playoff points of some sort. The winner gets 3, and second and third get 1 apiece. So this is a key position to battle for in the late stages of this one. 2 laps to go, about a lap and a half now. And the battle for the lead looks like this. What is Aiden Cody going to do? Aaron Garcia, the points leader with 5 wins this season. Aiden Cody, no wins this season. And he's down there gambling with the playoff cut line. The white flag has been shown. Is Aiden Cody going to use the bumper? When is he going to make this move? He's looking, and it looked like he was trying to make a run to the inside. It kind of looked like Aaron Garcia in the 9 slammed the brakes a bit harder than normal to keep the bottom line. Whoa! And a dive bomb move by the 16 of Aiden Cody. The crossover move by Aaron Garcia to the bottom. They're rubbing doors down the straightaway.
I think the Gran got it.
He did. Wow, what a finish. Aaron Garcia is going to hold on and claim his 6th win of the season here for 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series competition. And you can't blame the 16 of Aiden Cody for trying. What a wild move there at the very end. He went for it. The crossover move was textbook applied there by the points leader. Aaron Garcia was able to counter. And I think that Josh Colm-Diaz was able to take third out of this one. I don't see Charles Jackson on our screen. Now I see him back in the 5th spot in line there, in order.
Yeah, he got 5th.
Don't forget photos of the results for us, Alex. All 18 drivers. Perfect, thank you. And we'll get Aaron Garcia in here for a quick interview in Victory Lane. Great way to start MotorMaster Monday. Magic Mile 100 is in the history books. We are now 21 races deep into the 36th race 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. You're on NASCAR Heat 5. Many of us feeling the effects from the NASCAR 8 Hours of Daytona yesterday, including yours truly, so you will have to bear with us throughout the broadcast this evening. Some of us don't have the energy that we normally would. And a great way to start MotorMaster Monday. We'll see if we can get Aaron Garcia in here for a quick interview before we continue on with the evening's festivities. Another win for the driver of the 9. And we have him here now, joining us in Victory Lane here for an interview. The number 9 driver, Aaron Garcia, 6th win of the season here in the NASCAR MotorMaster Series. You hold the points lead, and in Aaron Garcia fashion, you won the pole for this race, but instead of being up there and battling for the stage wins and for the lead all race long, you had a bit of trouble and you fell back through the pack. You really needed to battle your way back up to be in contention for this one. Tell us what you were able to do to get yourself back in contention and compete for this win.
Yeah, New Hampshire is a tough track I'm pretty sure for most everybody. What I did was to go through the field, I just backed the corners off, went in deep and backed the corners off so I can go down the low and pass under the bottom. That's how I was able to get through the field very quickly and easily.
And with it being a bit of a shorter race than usual, what about this race out there was different? Was everybody driving a little bit more aggressive because there was fewer laps to deal with?
No, it was quite easily the same as usually a race. The thing I'll say is different about this race is that I think everyone was looser because it was a shorter distance. I don't think no one made the car too tight. It was all about just being loose and having a good long run car.
And did you expect to have the speed that you did coming into New Hampshire? New Hampshire is usually a bit of a wild card for some of these other drivers. Just one of those tracks they don't often come to practice or to race for fun at.
Oh yeah, I knew I'd be good there in New Hampshire, and I won there in the Legend Series with the same move I did on what I did to CW on NASCAR King. I did a crossover and got the win.
You did a great job. It was a beautiful crossover move. When he made that wild dive bomb on you, did you think that, oh man, he's got this now, or did you know that you had the enough wheel into it that you could do that crossover move and hammer down?
Not gonna lie, I was a little scared. I did not think I was gonna get the hammer down, the gas down fast enough to get side by side with him. I thought because the outside lane was the dominant lane for most of the race. It was hard to pass when you're on the bottom, but luckily enough, I was able to get the gas down quickly and get beside him and pass him to the line.
It surprised us up here in the booth as well, because I didn't expect him to make that kind of a run or a dive bomb on you. He was quite a ways back when he did it. Did you expect something like that? There was about 2 car lengths between you guys going into the last corner.
Oh no, I knew he was going to do it. Quite frankly, I would have done it too to try to make the pass. You just got to try to go for it there at the end, all you can.
Yeah, especially going for that first win like he was, which also would have locked him into the playoffs without having to worry about points. Kudos to him for going for it, but kudos to you as well. Beautiful crossover move, and your 6th win of the season here for the 2023 MotorMaster Series. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for the New Hampshire broadcast. Final thoughts from your in-race reporter and 2022 NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion, Alex Tesdall.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun race, and with it being a little bit shorter one, it was a little bit more crazy out there, but actually not too bad considering, how some have been this season. Like, there was some bumping and banging out there, but nothing, like, too crazy, and I think only 2 cautions for incidents, so, and brought home a P6, so good run. Ed won a stage.
Yeah, I was going to say, and you won stage 1. You got a playoff point and a top 10 out of the deal. You had good speed out there despite the short distance and the looser cars, like Aaron pointed out.
Yeah, the cars definitely had to be set up looser for the short race to, keep you up to speed. So, yeah, it was a fun race, and on to the next one.
Best of luck to you in the next one. It's Pocono. Go get them.
Thank you.
That's going to do it, folks. New Hampshire in the history books. Congratulations again to Aaron Garcia, and we will see you next time. Until then, stay fast, folks.